We're seeing some very beneficial rain moving into the high plains, already moving west to east from eastern New Mexico. An upper level system that has moved closer to the area is centered back towards the Four Corners region, and already out ahead of it, we have enough lift in the atmosphere for showers and thunderstorms getting a bit more widespread. This complex out towards the west of us. We'll take a look at a few of the isolated cells back down to the east of Guymon, eastern portions of Texas County. Nothing severe, just some lightning and thunder and some brief heavy downpours. We also have a few more storms out ahead of the major complex that we have going on. Highway 385 down towards Dalhart, west of Dalhart over towards Texline. Some light to moderate rain and, of course, lightning and thunder as well. Some heavier showers southwest of Hartley, again heading towards Highway 385 and basically traversing that highway down towards Vega and Adrian. We'll get some of that rain here in the next 15 to 30 minutes in Bushland, and here in the next 30 to 45 minutes here in the city of Amarillo and Canyon as well. As we progress further to the south and west, some heavier storms from Hereford back over towards Friona, Clovis, and a couple of isolated cells north of Dora. At the moment, all this activity moving southwest to northeast for the morning time. It'll be spreading over the rest of the area as the day progresses, moving off towards, say, our eastern Texas Panhandle counties by 2 to 3 p.m. today. Temperatures outside, we are on the cooler side out there compared to yesterday. 46 degrees here in Amarillo, 50 for the low in Tulia, 48 in Clovis, 40 already up around Clayton, and that will be the more chilly spot around the high plains. 53 degrees so far in Childress, and 49 back towards Borger and Perryton to start out this morning. On the ag forecast, our temperatures will be reaching the 70s and 80s for the afternoon after most of the rain moves off to the east. So we'll see that humidity falling off to 38%, but a bit muggy, especially after the rain that we do get early on this morning. Soil temperatures in the lower to mid 50s, and that drying potential is in the moderate category. Well, what about the threat for severe weather? We may see one or two of these storms early this morning try and produce some small hail and gusty winds. Of course, if you can hear thunder, that's your cue to either go indoors or limit your time outside. But in the afternoon time, those storms will move over into the eastern part of the Panhandle, a little bit more unstable atmosphere, and allow for the chance for some larger hail, maybe quarter size or better, and some stronger straight line winds up around 58 to over 60 miles per hour. The slight risk in the areas shaded in yellow will be our bullseye for the afternoon, the best chance for severe weather, say from 3 p.m. on until 7. Marginal risk covering the eastern part of the Texas Panhandle, where that risk is not quite so bad. What threats are we looking at? Any storms in the afternoon time will have the chance for some large hail and strong straight line winds. Tornado threat, thankfully, is extremely low for today and further off into, say, central Oklahoma. We'll take a look at our future sky forecast. It's really trying to push most of the rain out of the area by, say, 5 or 6 p.m. I think that the rain actually will be hanging on to our eastern Texas Panhandle counties just a little bit longer today. We'll look for a high of 71 degrees in Canadian, 72 in Childress, 76 right here in town, and Borger as well. And then in the lower 80s instead from Portales back over towards Logan, Tucumcari topping out at 82. And we may have one or two isolated cells on the backside of the system that may pop up, but they're really going to be lacking in the moisture at that point. So the chance for rain is really dropping off once this main complex moves on through. Later on tonight, we'll look for lows in the 40s and 50s, not all that cooler than we are right now. And in fact, because of the moisture that we get throughout the day today, it will be soaking into the ground. And of course, some of that sticking around, we'll actually have the chance for some patchy fog on Wednesday morning as we cool off and the humidity rises. Now, we'll look for a daytime high tomorrow of 83 degrees, winds backing in from the south and west, and a chance for thunderstorms tomorrow night as the next cold front moves on across the high plains. It actually moves through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and a few isolated cells not out of the question. For Thursday, we'll see highs only in the 60s with winds out of the north and then eventually from the southeast. For Friday, we top out in the 70s, see the chance for rain return for the afternoon time. And on Election Day, highs in the 80s before we see the 90s on Sunday. You can see the wet weather continues all the way into the early part of next week. You can always take a look at that 7-day forecast, all of our weather graphics, and of course that all-important interactive radar at myplains.com.